So, it is looking like Gareth Southgate is going to be getting a contract extension to 2026, meaning we are going to have him. I mean, obviously, we're going to have him for the final anyway, but we're going to have him for the next tournament. We're going to have him for the World Cup. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. I really feel like you can argue this whole topic two ways. We'll go with my thoughts on it, and then I'll play devil's advocate, but I think this is a horrendous fucking decision. I really do. And I know people are going to bitch about it and go, oh, but he's got you to 2 finals in 3 years and he's done all this and he's like been the most successful English manager. Bollocks. I don't care. The bloke is an absolute, it is a liability. I don't know how else to describe it. The man is the most fortunate manager I think I've ever seen. Like, you're talking about a bloke that has, I know they call it the golden generation, like your Gerrards, your Lampards, your Scholes's, all that lot. This lot has, I would argue, a better squad of players than that team. And he clearly has the ability, or they have the ability, to get more out of themselves. You've seen it. You've seen it all tournament long. You've seen it in the last Euros. You've seen it in every tournament. That team has got progressively worse whilst simultaneously finishing better, if that makes sense. Like, you've got... I don't know how to put this into words without just rambling on, but we'll try our best with it. So when you look at the book of it and base it purely on results, we'll go through it together, right, off the top of our heads. So, first tournament you did, 2018, right? Semi-finals, went out to Croatia. Shouldn't have gone out of that game, by the way. Poor mentality, poor play all round, poor management style. That, we went out of it. Shouldn't have done, but we did. Then what? Semi-finals? No, finals. Finals of the Euros. Lost to Italy. Then quarterfinals, went out to France in the World Cup. And now obviously he's in a final. So again, in terms of finishes, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, realistically. I know he lost to the French, whatever. They got to the final, got beat, unluckily by Argentina. These things happen. But the actual results, like if you go back a decade, 15 years, we're not getting out of the groups of these tournaments. So, in terms of the actual trend and in terms of how England are finishing, yeah, we're doing miles better. We're playing way better football. We're performing at a respectable output, we'll put it that way. But, and believe me, I'm directing this straight at the person watching here, if you're going to sit there and say that we've been performing well this tournament, you're a piss take. You just are. There's no way that anybody can look at that 90 minutes of football in any of the games realistically, other than maybe the first half of Serbia and maybe after we conceded against the Netherlands the other night, and say, yeah, they're playing good football. Because they're not. You know they're not. Realistically, deep down, you know they're not playing good football. I certainly fucking know they're not playing good football. They are playing absolute dross. And because it's a results-based business, and it is, and you've got to give him cadence to that, he's getting the results that he needs, he's getting away with it. But the actual performance side of it is so unimaginably shit. I'm dumbstruck that the FA have considered offering them another couple of years. And again, they're purely looking at it from a results base, and I do understand that. But with the players that you've got there, and believe me, we see it every fucking year with some of them. There's so many winners in that team. If they have an actual elite fucking manager, they win shit. And maybe they go beat Spain on Sunday and they win stuff. And that's brilliant. Happy fucking days. I'll be the first person to take my hat off to him and say, well done, you've won the tournament, fantastic. But they should have done so much more, man. They should have beat Croatia in that final in 2018, or in the semi-final in 2018. They should have beat Italy in that final. The France one, fair enough. Again, that could go another way. Poor refereeing decisions, and obviously Kane, if he hadn't sent his penalty into Rosette, we could have won a World Cup. We could have done that. But that's by the by, regardless. The performances so far, and not just even in these tournaments, but in this one specifically, they get worse. They do. The style of play, the tactical decision making, it's just poor. It's not elite level management, which you need when you're the England manager. It's arguably the most, desired job in the world. At least in international football, it's definitely up there. And you've got a bloke in there who genuinely would not be a Premier League level manager. Like, of the 20 clubs that are in the Premier League right now, who does he get in for? Really? Ipswich, maybe, if they lose their bloke? That's the level that you're talking about, managing, like, Champions League winners, trying to get them to win other trophies. And they don't fucking listen to him, I'm sorry, but the tactical nuance and prowess that he possesses is not there. You're leaving it up to the likes of your Bellinghams, your, I don't know, your Trents, your Sakas, your Palmers, all of these actual, like, you know, winners, people that win shit, to get him off the hook. And they have done all tournament, realistically. Again, they played very well in that first game against Serbia for the first 35 minutes, then sat back, looked like arse, but defended it because Serbia are shit. They got caught out against Denmark, going 1-0 down, levelled it up, played like shit. Drew 0-0 against Slovenia, played like shit. Barely stayed in the tournament against Slovakia. Moment of brilliance from Bellingham kept them in the tournament. Barely kept in the tournament against Switzerland. Moment of brilliance from Saka kept them in the tournament. And then against the Netherlands, 90th minute winner. And a completely bullshit penalty. That is what has gotten us to a final. And don't get me wrong, you have shit teams, or teams that perform poorly, win these types of tournaments, because you do, because it's knockout football and anyone can win it over 90 minutes. You've seen it with Portugal, you've seen it with Greece. It happens in years gone by, and that's fantastic. And realistically, history only remembers if you win it. Let's be honest, that's the way it is. But that doesn't mean that it happens consistently. Greece haven't won it since, Portugal haven't won it since. England won't win it if they keep Southgate. They won't. And realistically, try not to be pessimistic, I don't think that they're the favourites to win it on Sunday. They're not. They're definitely not the favourites to win it. They have the chance. Of course they do. It's a 90-minute game. Anything can happen, right? But with the way that they're playing and the general sort of just the whole mindset surrounding Southgate, like, if England don't win it, he's going to get absolutely fucking violated. If England do win it, we still all know how shit he is, but the FA have offered him 2 years. And again, going to the other side of it, he's got us there, fair play, you got to give him credit for that, right? He's done enough. Some of his subs have come in wonders. You look at Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins last night, or the other night, not last night. It worked for him. It did, and that's fantastic. But all in all, I think the decision to give that man an extra 2 years, bearing in mind, he is the highest paid international manager, yeah? That in itself is just outrageous, really, when you think about it. What's the bloke won? He's not won anything, and he's getting this payment. He's performed somewhat well in tournament football, and I think extending that, especially if he hasn't actually proven that he can win it yet, is an interesting choice. It's not one I would have made. I don't believe that it should be given to him. I think when you look at actually how he's played and the scrutiny he's come under, regardless of my opinion, you look at actual proper people that have played the game, they don't think he should be manager. Not many people do. And if he wasn't to get an extra 2 years, I think he would struggle to get a job as a Premier League manager. I genuinely do. Anyway, that's all I've got for you on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Fingers crossed it will come home. Fingers crossed I'll eat my words on this and he'll get it, and then he can have another 2 years and he can go win the World Cup in 2026. Believe me, I would actually want nothing more than that. But let me know what you think. Comments down below. Like and subscribe. All that fun stuff. And also, big thanks for 500 subs this week. Fantastic from you lot. Really do appreciate it. So big love there. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Hopefully catch you in the next one.